Parts 1 and 2 of the Poverty Engineering series have introduced us to what poverty engineering is all about and how the organized gang stalking network use it as a weapon to sabotage the finances of a targeted individual. Part 2 of the series in particular highlights the link between poverty engineering and other weapons that are used to subvert and diminish the life of a targeted individual, as well as murder them using proxy slow kill, no touch torture techniques. In this video, we will now be looking at what a targeted individual could possibly do to stay afloat and survive in the midst of the organized occult wickedness in this satanic world. So you finally realize that you're a targeted individual and your neighbors are attacking you with directed energy weapons near 24 hours a day. Your friends and family are gaslighting you and don't believe anything you say on the subject of organized gang stalking. You're getting attacked with psychotronic weapons, aka V2K or voice to skull. You have been illegally chipped and are getting stalked everywhere you go. You're broke because of all the different types of painkillers you have to purchase to medicate yourself. You're broke because of all the money you spend on buying shielding materials to protect yourself from all the lethal offensive wireless attacks you endure on a daily basis. You lost your job as a result of workplace mobbing. You're clinging onto your job in the midst of a workplace subversion. You cannot find a job due to covert blacklisting. And then after all these things, you're feeling sad, depressed, completely lost, hopeless, and even suicidal. You feel like there is nothing else you can do. Dear fellow targeted individuals, you are not hopeless. Please never forget, where there is life, there is hope. As far as you're alive and watching this video, then it simply means that there are things that you can do to counter the evil machinations of the workers of iniquity and the various subversions that they have put in place to drag you down. I know that as a targeted individual, implementing any of these things will depend on the different factors and circumstances in your life, as well as your targeting scenarios. With that being said, the following are things that I'm proposing as tips to surviving organized gang stalking as a targeted individual. Number 1. Networking with other legitimate targeted individuals. This is something that I feel is absolutely essential as a targeted individual to avoid complete seclusion and loneliness. Strange that a lone wolf would make such a recommendation. The organized gang stalking network work relentlessly to ensure that you are blacklisted and secluded from society. They want you to feel alone and helpless because scenarios like these could easily lead to someone committing suicide or committing a violent crime from all that frustration, which is what they want. This is essentially depression engineering and crime engineering. See Part 2 of Poverty Engineering series. To avoid being completely secluded and lonely, it is a great idea to be a part of a legitimate online targeted individuals community that is focused on its members sharing their experiences and supporting each other in various ways. And if a great level of trust has been established, it would be feasible for members of such a group to meet each other offline. Sadly, it is commonplace that these online groups have been infiltrated by perps, gatekeepers, and spies who are really working for the organized gang stalking network. They spy on these groups and collect intel about its members. They obviously do this by acting as legitimate targeted individuals, when in reality they are getting paid by their handlers to disinform, misinform, mislead, and disorganize. I can definitely tell you that this is the case with every single targeted individuals group on Facebook. I will be starting a targeted individuals group unlike any other. It will be a group focused on helping other targeted individuals while maintaining confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. While further details regarding this group has been withheld for the time being, I would advise that you stay tuned for further information on this subject. Number 2. Alternative sources of income. Something that I have noticed about a lot of targeted individuals is that they are also talented individuals too. In other words, they are gifted in so many different ways that they can decide to monetize if they wanted to. The Organized Gang Stalking Network realized this and tried to ruin your chances of utilizing your gifts and talents by causing you to be in a state of perpetual bad health or to develop a disability that will hamper your chances of independently nurturing and monetizing your talents. Examples include, if you have a voice for voice acting, or maybe you're a gifted singer, then they will point directed energy weapons at your neck and at your throat. If you are a graphic designer, artist, programmer, a developer, an author, you can expect them to point directed energy weapons at your head and at your eyes. If you're good at sewing or embroidery or handcrafts, then you can expect them, to cause your arms to have constant muscle spasms. These are just a few examples. If this sounds like you, then I would advise you to recognize your gifts and protect them at all costs, because those gifts and talents can save your life and provide you with an alternative source of income. And if you feel that you don't have any gifts or talents, which I believe is highly unlikely, then it will be a great idea to learn something that you could use to establish yourself independently of the satanic Neo-Stasi Nazi blacklist system. I would like to make a special note under this subheading about working online or internet-based jobs. Online jobs remove you from an environment where you can easily be mobbed or set up by your work colleagues. However, it leaves you susceptible to cyber attacks and microwave attacks. So this is where the knowledge of electromagnetic shielding and cyber defense comes in. I will be covering these as separate topics on their own in separate videos because I fully believe that they are very important. Number 3. Self-medication and shielding protection. Keeping yourself alive and healthy is very important, and in case you didn't realize it, as a targeted individual, the public healthcare system could easily be a death trap for you. This is why it is a great idea to not be reliant on them. Knowing how to medicate and protect yourself responsibly and effectively, and in response to the various health subversions you experience, as well as directed energy weapons attacks you survive, is a core part of your survival as a targeted individual. The workers of iniquity realize this, and this is why they work very hard to ensure that they can stifle your finances by way of poverty engineering, thereby making self-medication and EMF shielding protection very difficult to afford. They want you to be in pain 24/7, and they don't want you to be able to do anything about it. Trust me when I say this. They are not human. I will also be covering this as a separate topic on its own in a separate video because I feel that this is absolutely essential. It's very important. Number 4. Cryptocurrencies. A cryptocurrency or crypto is a digital currency designed to work as a medium of exchange through a computer network that is not reliant on any central authority, such as a government or bank, to uphold or maintain it. It is a decentralized system for verifying that the parties to a transaction have the money they claim to have, eliminating the need for traditional intermediaries such as banks when funds are being transferred between two entities. Individual coin ownership records are stored in a digital ledger, which is a computerized database using strong cryptography to secure transaction records, control the creation of additional coins, and verify the transfer of coin ownership. Let's look at an example, and in very simple terms. If I have a cryptocurrency wallet with, let's say, 50 bitcoins in it or 50 BTC in it, and I wanted to send you 10 bitcoins or 10 BTC, I could do so directly to your own cryptographic wallet and without the need of a third party or middleman like a bank. All I need to achieve this will be your wallet address. Furthermore, many shops and stores now accept cryptocurrencies. You can even pay for many services online with crypto. Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency, by the way. There are a multitude of cryptocurrencies that differ in nature, but Bitcoin or BTC is the most popular. I have used crypto for years, and as a targeted individual, I fully believe that crypto-related investments as well as crypto trading could go a long way to providing you with something that isn't mainstream but could be a viable alternative source of income. There are just certain freedoms that you enjoy with the use of cryptocurrencies. Expect a separate video exploring this topic. Number 5. Data logging. Dear targeted individuals, it is very important that you are keeping track of and logging down all the organized gang stalking incidents that take place in your life on a regular basis. Popular logging techniques include, but are not limited to, number 1, time-stamped text logs, both passive and active. And just to clarify, passive is after it has taken place, so you taking note of something after it has taken place, and then active is to take note of it while it is happening or close to the time that it is happening. Okay, so passive and active. Number 2, audio logs. This can be both passive and active. Number 3, image logs. Image logs are active because you are capturing what is happening at that time, a still image of what is happening at that time. Number 4, video logs. Video logs, they could be passive, they could also be active as well. If you do not make it a habit of logging down the organized gang stalking incidents that are taking place in your life, then the organized gang stalking network will see this as a perfect opportunity to do as they please against you, and then they will cover it up with gaslighting and a multitude of lies. Furthermore, logging allows you to go back in time to review past incidents and also learn from these past incidents. It is very dangerous to be complacent with logging. Even if you are not proactively logging in great detail, it would be, a great idea to at least have a daily or weekly summary of things that are happening in your life. And remember, the level of detail is up to you. Data logging should go hand in hand with cloud and local data backups. I will cover this topic extensively in another video where I will recommend solutions to carrying out local and cloud-based backups. Don't forget, and this is very important, the workers of iniquity are keeping track of you 24/7. You should also be keeping track of them too. This video is the first in the Surviving Organized Gang Stalking series, a series that I consider to be very important to any targeted individual out there. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Your support goes a very long way. Stay tuned for the next video, and don't forget to protect yourself at all times.